This is Christine McCoy and Ryan McCoy with the Real McCoy Group of Coldwell Banker, and we are kicking off our 2026 season with our podcast, Delaware. We are so excited. I have a very high energy visitor today, and we just found out that I know your sister, so I'm even more excited. Carlie Carey, she has a story. I don't even know if I need to introduce her because she has a really cool story that she's about to tell us. Many of you may know that she and her husband owned one coastal, which she has since sold, I believe. But she's going to give us the story of how she came here and all the things. And then we're going to go into what she's doing now.
Great.
Get us started.
I am so glad to be here. I am pretty high energy all the time, but I wake up really early. So by this point, I've had, 19 cups of black coffee, but I'll try to tone it down for our podcast. So I'm Carlie Carey. My husband, Scott, and I both grew up here in Sussex County. We're Sussex County natives, graduated from Indian River.
There's only 10 of you Sussex County natives left.
Our graduating class was quite small. Like, we talk to people now and they're like, oh, the lacrosse team. I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
The what?
The what? What is that? So we grew up here, obviously have a love for the area. We each went away to college. I went to CU Boulder. I picked it off the internet because it was about as different as you could get.
Boulder, Colorado?
Uh-huh. Yep. They really do a nice job of marketing on the
wow.
website.
All I think is cold snow, and I'm like, not me.
Oh, yeah. See, we're winter people, which is kind of strange. But so I went to CU Boulder. I graduated with a degree in arts, which will come into play probably in our next story. But and Scott had all kinds of adventures. He lived in Alaska and cut fish there for a little while. He was in Charleston and St. Augustine.
Oh, wow.
And ultimately came back as an adult and graduated with a plant science degree from University of Delaware. So we do have a farm, and I like to tease that the reason we're good at the farm is not because Scott has the degree in plant science, but because he just feels it in his heart. Like he'll be mortified if he hears this, but it's true. I could kill a cactus, and he is the reason that everything thrives on the farm.
Well, that's good, including you.
100%, 100%.
That's awesome. So when you came back, you said there was an adventurous. You met when you came back, correct?
We've known each other our whole lives.
Oh, okay.
But kind of ran in different circles. But when you grow up here, his dad taught me in history. His stepmom coached me in field hockey. I needed a family tree before we got married because I knew that I knew all of these people. I'm like, okay, but who's who exactly?
Yeah, could you put this together for me?
Exactly. Yeah, I'm going to need a visual on this. So we came back and we ended up dating when the restaurant for me was already in the works. Okay. So my dad, generous, wonderful soul that he is, agreed to help me get the restaurant started. Now he's an HVAC guy, not a hospitality restaurant person. He's wonderful, but he's not a hospitality person. So
right.
Anyway, he was like, whatever we need to do, let's get this restaurant going. Right before we went for our soft opening, which was going to be July 4th, I saw Scott up on the beach because I was like, that was my happy place.
You need to find Zen again.
Yes, I would walk right up on the beach and be like, what am I doing? Right. And then we've seen each other up on the beach our whole lives. So it wasn't really anything out of the ordinary, but for whatever reason, it just kind of.
The sparks flew.
Yeah, it was really great. And we were old enough where it was like, oh my gosh, I've been waiting for you.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so amongst the insanity that is opening a restaurant in a beach town on July 4th, where you have a lot of pressure anyway, because you're part of this community and you're like, I don't want to let anybody down, especially myself. It was a little bit wild. So we started dating right before the restaurant opened, and Scott, who previously was working in restaurants and had left that to have his own successful painting business, swore off restaurants forever, got begged by his new girlfriend to please bartend, please. We had someone call out because of course we did. It was a restaurant,
of
right?
Course.
And then I joke that his next day off, I was like, this will be it. Just this
this one time.
Just this one shift. It's our soft
day.
opening. Yeah. I just need you this one time. And then I teased that he never had a day off until a decade later when we sold the restaurant.
He and my husband should have a talk because it's like dating a real estate agent.
I'm sure it is. I just need
Can you just go put this sign in?
And then I'm just going to need you to do this, that, and the other
while
thing.
you're there.
Exactly. So it was obviously a wonderful thing. And we still have friends to this day who we met through the restaurant, and they'll talk about those early days. You know, I remember your dad walking around the dining room with a glass of wine, and like that's what he did.
That's what happened.
That's what he did.
You know, he enjoyed that after a long day at HVAC.
He did.
Yeah,
He did.
That's amazing.
Yep.
What a fun story. And then you sold it.
Yep.
And now,
so we sold in 2022 to a wonderful couple named Matt and Karen Kern. They're great people. They're living their dream. You know, they've got older kids. We had teeny tiny kids. At the time when we sold the restaurant, we had 2 kids, and we just wanted to be more present.
That's a hard business to have little children.
Yeah. And we felt really strongly that like we needed to be there much of the time. And so we weren't good at that compartmentalizing in that aspect. And so we knew if we ever wanted to spend more time with our kids, the only way was to sell the restaurant. We were incredibly proud of what we built. COVID broke our hearts. We came back just as strong as before, and we knew that would be it. When we were on the top again, we would pass it along. And so prior to selling the restaurant, when it became clear we would hopefully get to the table with these new owners, I had reached out to this lady on Instagram. I had mentioned I went to CU Boulder, graduated with a degree in fine arts, and I never tried ceramics, even though in college would have been the time, right?
Wow,
to like try this thing. I'm like, oh, I know how to paint and draw. I guess I'll just keep doing that. Like, what is happening? Why didn't someone tell me? So I reached out to a local ceramicist who I knew because I grew up here. I went to school with her daughter. And so she knew me peripherally. She's a little bit of an older lady. She went to art school in the 70s. She's super rad, and she does ceramics for her job. I see her at farmers markets and events, and I always would like buy a piece here and there. And I'm like, I really feel like I want to do this. So I like messaged her out of the blue on Instagram, and I'm like, hi, Carlie Carey here. Used to be Carlie Roberts, you know, like telling her all these things. If you ever take on a student, like, can it please be me? And she, being the kindest lady that ever existed, wrote me back and was like, thank you, but no thank you. Like, my studio's in my house.
Was she like, I remember you? No, I'm just kidding.
You sound familiar.
You sound familiar.
So she ended up saying like, it's just probably not going to work because of all of these reasons. And I knew that was probably the case, but I was raised that if you don't ask, the answer is always no. And so if you're not afraid to hear no in any, I think this goes for lots of situations in life, if you're not afraid to be told no, eventually doors will open for you. And funnily enough, about 24 hours later, she messaged me back and she said, you know what? I have a really good feeling about this. Let's do it.
Oh, wow.
And so she agreed to take me on as her only student ever. People ask her all of the time. And I just am so thankful to her. So Debbie, if you hear this, I just love you so much. But she's the reason.
That's an incredible story though in itself. Like
Absolutely.
She felt something after getting, you know, that message from you, and clearly it was divine intervention.
It was. Yeah. The universe provides. Definitely. So, so that kind of started my journey. I did pottery with her once a week at her studio, at her home. And I would say maybe like 4 classes in, I had purchased a kiln, 500 pounds of clay.
You had all of it.
Yes. And it all comes via freight. And we have a very long driveway to the farm. So the freight guy can't get down the driveway. I'm not sure if I even told Scott that I was purchasing all of this equipment for my next career, right?
Like a really big Amazon package.
Yes.
Hey, honey, can you pick this up?
Yeah. So
we might need a dolly.
We had to call like an SOS to a friend who has like a skid steer because he just dropped it all of this equipment that is my next
So a dolly
life, right?
would not work.
No,
it
dolly
needed
would
a
not.
skid steer.
Yeah, I needed a skid steer. So anyway, luckily
it's good to be connected.
It's good to have grown up here. Absolutely. So anyway, now here we are. Gosh, that was 2021 when I started. So 5 years later, and I have a tiny little ceramic studio that is busting at the seams.
That's awesome.
And I have come a long way in 5 years. So
that's really exciting.
Yeah.
Growing another business.
That's right.
It's the serial entrepreneur in you.
I just can't help it. I just can't help it.
And you have 3 little ones.
Yes. So we have 3 kids. Emer Twain is her middle name. So she's the oldest. She's 8. And then our middle son, Abel, he is 5. And then we have our youngest son, Arlo. He turns 3 in March. And he has gifted us with the beauty of an extra chromosome. So he has Down syndrome and is the biggest gift to not just us, but to everyone who knows him. So our
the joyful spirit.
Absolutely. We like to say we always hoped and prayed for 3 kids, and he's like the exclamation point on our family in the best way possible. Yeah, he's such a little homie. He's the best.
And he has lots of doting people at the house. So I'm
Yes.
sure older sister and brother, you said?
Sister, brother.
Oh.
They treat him like he's like their baby doll.
Oh, that's so
they love
cool.
him. Yeah.
So Twain and Abel is that the name of your homestead?
It is.
Where did that come from?
So Emer Twain and then Abel Sebastian, but we thought that Emer and Abel didn't sound right because we're very, I don't know, like we like it to sound a certain way. So we thought that Twain and Abel sounded cute. Arlo was not on the scene yet. And so kind of everything just became this, and it's why we do it anyway, right? It's for them. And we're hoping to leave this legacy for them, whatever that means, financial or kindness, whatever the legacy is, it's, at the time, there were 2. It was for them. And so everything just kind of got lumped under that Twain and Abel moniker. And then, Arlo joined us. And so now we're like, well, great. Let's start another business. We got Arlo needs a legacy.
That's right.
Yes,
well,
he
you're
does.
at home doing the business, which is perfect for the kids.
It is.
And for raising them.
You obviously have a lot of stuff going on. So what's the average day in the life? Is it changing throughout weeks, changing throughout days, or?
So every day is a bit of a hot mess express. It's like, I feel like we live in time block to time block. It's not like, no, we're going to do this next week. It's like, okay, great. What needs to happen in the next 15 minutes? Like,
Fueled by 19 cups of coffee.
Absolutely. You got it. But luckily, Scott and I are a really good team. And when you end up working with someone in a restaurant, we did breakfast, lunch, and dinner in the beginning. So truly, I mean, it was 20-hour days. It was nuts. You become a really good team. And we were from the start. And I'm very proud of us that we still are that really great team. It just, the focus has shifted to our family and our new businesses. So so Scott is the farm person. So we have lots of animals, not as many as we've had in the past, but there's still quite a few. So he is the farm connoisseur. So he is out there making sure everybody is fed and watered, and they would have to an animal would have to knock me on the head to be like, I'm thirsty. Yes.
Help.
It's not even.
You want coffee?
Right. But you can't have mine. You have to have someone else's. So Scott does all of the chores. I, take the kids to school, and then we kind of regroup after that. So on a farm, if you're not actively working to make things better, they are getting worse. Everything is breaking or ugly or whatever. So Scott has his 2 days in the beginning of the week, and those are the days that Arlo has therapy in our home. So I do the therapies and the house stuff. Scott does the farm on Monday, Tuesday. And then the rest of the week, I'm able to kind of crank out stuff in the studio, which is really helpful. And I will say it took us a really long time to come up with a schedule. You don't realize you're the adult. Like, wait, can someone tell me what's the best schedule for us? Because we're really I don't know how to do this. So it took us a really long time and it was probably Scott, because it usually is. He's like, listen, okay, I'm going to work these 2 days, and the rest of the week you do whatever you need to do in the studio. If I need to help you, let me know. And then it finally became a little easier to get the hustle done without feeling like you're failing in all the other aspects.
Getting the rhythm down is really important.
Totally.
Yeah. Getting that is a true testament to a good team. That is for sure.
Yeah. It's been amazing.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So, I always feel like there's this dream of homesteading. Mm-hmm. It's hard.
Oh, it's hard.
7 days a week.
It's 7 days a week, 24 hours a day in all of the weather. When you don't feel like when I'm going to sit my butt down at the end of the night and give Arlo his bottle and turn on my Netflix, Scott is going back outside.
Right. The cow ran away.
I'm looking at him that's my nightmare. I did this to us, but that's my night. I want to sit down. I want this time. And he literally just keeps working. So, it is not what Instagram portrays, but there is beauty and fulfillment. And, it's for us, it's well worth it. Our dream was always to make a living without having to leave, or having to leave minimally. And we are accomplishing that one small step at a time.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's a big goal.
Thank you. Yeah.
It's
ongoing. It's ongoing.
So I'm thinking, okay, so Saturday I'm leaving on vacation. Mm-hmm. do you go on vacation? And when you go on vacation, who takes care of the farm?
So we have to plan very strategically because other people, our family, our friends will help us with the farm. But of course, they have their own lives.
Right.
So we have to, before we would book anything ever, and I can't tell you the amount of times where we've just been like, oh, I guess we can't go.
Guess we're not going. Yeah.
The pig had piglets. Like we're that's literally happened, and we're dummies. So we don't like book refundable travel, you know.
Oh,
so
no.
we've learned. But
Yes.
so we rely on other people to help us, and they're wonderful about it. And it's a bit of a novelty for them, right? Okay, great. We can have like
It's like a
5
vacation
days.
for them. They can go play with little piglets.
Right, and then bye. I'm all. This is a lot of
Hey,
work.
all
I'm
of this
done.
is broken, by the way.
Yeah.
Now that you're back.
Yeah,
I made you a list of things you need to fix.
exactly. And we would happily do it. So our travel is very minimal at this time in our life, but we've built our life to feel. This is going to come off wrong, to feel like a vacation. So even though it's work, literally all of the time, to us it feels like a vacation. It doesn't.
Well, when you're doing
feel-
what you love, I think, and with your family, not away from them, but when you're doing what you love, it really becomes. People ask me what my hobbies are, and I'm like,
This is it.
I work,
Yeah.
because I love it.
Absolutely. I'm in your same.
Yeah.
I'm in your same.
So you
boat.
make a life that is your work is your fun.
that you don't feel like you have to escape from.
Yeah. Or it doesn't feel like work. Maybe it's just like you said, it's always your vacation.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It's really, really cool. So
In terms of class, so do you offer, so you make pottery,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
you sell pottery. Do you have a place you sell it, or do you have other areas distribute it for you?
So I am just one maker, so I don't say yes to many wholesale opportunities because I like to make and sell myself to my direct community usually. And we're in 2 farmers markets. So I take pottery to one of those. And then Instagram is like a real big, fun village for us. It is wonderful. And so I'll like throw something up on stories, you know, like today I'm like, oh my, this studio's busting at the seams. I have some big things coming up and I need room. So I'm just going to like throw stuff up on stories and hopefully get it out of my studio. So that's kind of, we have a website. It's quite beautiful, but it relies on me to update it. And so as you can imagine, it's on the list of things.
Add that to your list.
Yes. On the list
of things that needs to be fixed.
that to me does, the website feels like work. I'm sorry for all of you out there to bust your bubble, but that part.
I would be totally with you on that. That's why I don't run my website.
That's right.
Lou.
That's right. We all have our lanes, right?
That's right. Everybody has a lane.
That's right.
I'm not good at social media or websites. So,
But what you are
Here we
good
are.
at, there's no one better,
well, I hope.
right? Yeah.
So you
Ryan
both. So you guys have both kind of traveled around. You went to Colorado. You said he went to Alaska at one point. What kind of brought you back to Delaware? I mean, why Delaware?
So I can't really speak for Scott because I don't know. I think it was probably just a draw. This was everything that he loved, especially at that time in his life. I call him a waterman, which I'm sorry if I embarrassed him, but like he loves the water. He surfs, he fishes, he can drive a boat. Like he can do all of the things that are involved in the water, and I'm kind of like, ugh, I'm a little nervous. Are you sure we know? But and so
Sharks in
this
there.
right, like what? Are you sure you know what you're doing? But that to him is second nature. All of the things that make this area special are things that are priorities for him, and so I think that's probably a big reason. And of course, our families. Everyone is here, and there are gifts in that for sure.
Oh yeah.
My
Especially when you're raising children.
Absolutely. Absolutely. My mom was sick, which is why I originally came back. She has since passed away. I know everyone out there is going to be like, I'm so sorry. It's okay. I feel incredibly blessed. Some people don't get, nothing is a given in life. So I am thrilled that I got as much time with her as I did. But ultimately, that's kind of what brought me back. I came back for an extended period of time when she was sick, and then she ended up passing away. I did go back to Colorado and ultimately felt like a little untethered, especially I think as a lady, you know, I like loved, my mom was one of my best friends.
Yeah.
I talked to her every day, and then I'd be like, tell dad I said hi. You know, it just, that's like what you do. I think when you have
My daughter was just calling me during the podcast.
Yes, she wants to talk to you. Yes. So I think when you lose your mom as a daughter, you do feel a little bit untethered, as
Rudderless,
I said. So, yeah. So I was like, okay, well, let's go. I can do what I'm doing in Colorado-ish back at home. And so let's go back. And I came back. I started working in restaurants, and then ultimately, One Coastal came. So I came back for family, I would say. And I had enough time away. I've ridden my bike across the country. I hiked the AT. I worked for Cliff Bar. So I was doing events in Jackson and all these really cool places. And so it's okay to me that my new adventure is like being a mom and starting businesses and making them successful and making people feel gratitude and excitement about like their life, whatever that life is. So I'm glad that I was away, and I definitely think Scott feels the same, because I don't sit here in front of you wondering like, oh, well, I really wish I would have. I did do all of those things, and now I'm
now you
a
feel
different
comfortable
person.
And settled. Yeah,
Absolutely.
That's a great story. Yeah. So, I mean, we can't really talk about your favorite restaurant because I can only imagine what that one is. But what are your favorite? Growing up here, I'm sure you had some favorite haunts. And how has that changed as you've gotten older? And what are your favorite haunts now to take the kids or?
Well, we have, when you're in the small business community, a lot of your friends own small businesses. So we gravitate when we go out, which is rare for all of us to have the time to go somewhere together. Something we're working on in 2026 is to prioritize like, great. Cause I'm usually like, you take the kids and I'll stay here and I'll do the 47 things on our list, but it is nice to go together. So, one of our friends, Shin, owns Misaki right down the street in South Bethany. Yep. So we have no shame in taking kids. Like if we can't take our kids, we don't go.
Right.
And so, our kids, generally speaking, are well behaved. And so they're our little buddies. Like they go places with us all the time. So I would say it's rare for us to go out to eat, but we do Northeast, which is where my husband worked, 100 years ago. We do sushi. We like pizza from Luca's, which is on Route 54.
I just found out about that place. Well, I didn't just find out. I just had it.
What'd you think, Brian? Yeah.
I still haven't had it. And I've been told about it so many times. I really just need to go buy a pizza.
We love Pomodoro in Bethany as well. Yeah. Listen, if you're local and you are trying to make a living, I am here for you. Like I can't eat pizza all the time, but I'll come to all of your pizza restaurants. I'll eat at all your coffee shops. Like we like to spread the love within the community because it's hard.
Well, and I think it's really cool. I think we've talked about this on other podcasts, but one of the beautiful things about this area is we are so boutique-y, and we don't have, we do have national chains now and there's more coming in, but all of our restaurants are like unique.
Totally.
And they're family owned and they're run by local people, and we have so much cuisine around here that is. We had Paul Cullen on, he was talking about like some of the best cuisine is here.
That's right.
Like you have the best of the best
in our backyard,
little tiny Delaware.
It's amazing. And like right here too, right here, yeah. And we're a little sad. We sold the restaurant in 2022, and since then we've had friends who bought Oceanside Pizza, which is a place we grew up going to, and then our other friends who they're related, they bought Surf's Edge, and so we like. Scott and I were both on the beach patrol, and like Surf's Edge was just like the place that you went. And so to see all of these younger people with all of this good energy buying and hustling and grinding to make the community somewhere where like the locals are excited to eat, it's freaking cool.
That's neat to see.
It's really cool.
We've also talked about the work ethic around here because Ryan pretty much grew up here. We came here when he was 9, and by 14 he was hustling to go get a job. He wanted to work. And my daughter did the same thing, and the kids here work. They don't go to a ton of camps and like go
You're
away.
Working.
They're here.
Yeah, they're here.
But
they're
it teaches
working.
a certain amount of work ethic and a passion for the whatever industry they're in, hopefully.
Well, you're able to work at 14, and a lot of these restaurants and just shops like down on the boardwalk are able to hire at 14, and they love the help. So
absolutely. And you know people, which I think makes it. At 14 going into the workforce, I get that it can be scary. And I feel like sometimes maybe parents are like, I just don't know if they're ready. But when you're 14 and you have grown up going to or living in a place, it's like, oh, I'm going to go work for Brittany and Cassidy at Three Blonde Bakers because I know them, or I'm going to go do whatever for these people who know my parents. And
well, that's it. You mentioned working at Warren's.
Yes.
Because you knew what Mr.
So Jeff and Paula, and then Jeff and Paula's son, Scott, is a very good friend of mine, Scott and Elise. So I worked under them as well. And it was just a place where you grew up. You grew up in the job that you chose. My husband worked at Fisher's for the Halls. We're still very good friends with them,
that's where I worked.
Did you really? Get out of town.
That's where he got his job at
I
14.
I love it. Well, my nephew got a job at 14 at fishers because Scott and Scott's brother, it's just, I love it though. I love it. I think it's such a unique, maybe this happens everywhere, but
it doesn't.
To have such a giant resort area, but then you also have this secondary pocket of community. And I think that that's really cool.
Yeah. Well, I know like what we used to do is I would just get dropped off in the morning before she went to work. And I would just be dropped off at the beach, going to work when I needed to go into work.
That's right.
And then get off of work and still be at the beach. And
it's a dream. Yeah. It's a dream.
And it felt super safe because you do know everybody in town. 100%. And if he was up to something, I would know about it.
You would know about it. Someone else would have kicked his butt before you had to, because they would have been like, listen.
We used to jokingly call him the mayor of Bethany because he knew everybody, all the shop owners. Sure. He'd shake their hands. And at the time, he couldn't see over the counter.
Right. That's right. But it didn't matter. He was a presence. Yeah, it's so good.
We talked about people-y person versus non-people-y people. He's a people person like you are.
I love it. Yes. Yes. It has opened many doors for us, I think, guys. Yeah.
That's really cool. But we need the operational quiet people too.
We do.
Which is my husband, and it sounds like your husband.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Somebody has to get things done.
That's right.
I'm like the squirrels.
Scott, the Instagram wants to see you. He's like, no, I don't want to do it. I do. Yeah.
I love that.
He calls it Spotify on Are you Spotifying? Like, oh my gosh.
You're saying it wrong.
You do. It's so funny.
Lou keeps telling me I have to Instagram more.
Oh, I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
So, what are your favorite things to do come summertime besides the beach with the kids? Like, where are your go-tos? Or is there a special place you like to take them to a park, or just run around the farm? I mean, you have your own park.
We do. Yeah, we do. We love to be at home because we have just all of this stuff, nothing fancy, but like all the stuff that they like to do. So we have a water table, we have like a play, they have a play set, but Arlo has one because he is a little bit, I'm not even going to say behind. Arlo's on his own timeline, but he can't hang with the big kids quite yet. Yeah. So we've got a place for him, and we have animals out the wazoo. So like the kids are going to go hold the chickens, and they're going to go walk the dogs that don't need walking because they're in their own pasture. They're going to feed the alpacas. Like they're just, I don't know, they're living their best
life.
Give
me a rundown of how many maybe not to count them, but what all the types.
So at this time, we have alpacas. We raise heritage breed guinea hogs, which is just a specific type of pig that if people don't raise these heritage breeds, then eventually they will go by the wayside. And so when we were choosing a breed of pig to bring onto the farm, it was part of our, thought process. So we have pigs. We just had our third and final litter of Great Pyrenees puppies because we have Great Pyrenees. Wow. The mom and the dad are two of our beloved livestock guardian dogs. We raise fancy chickens. So we have Silkies is what they're called. They look like they're the fuzzy ones. You can kind of picture them. So we raise those. Sadly, we also raise roosters because we hatch a lot of eggs and you get a lot of roosters.
I was about to say some of them turn out to be roosters.
100%. So we have like a 360-degree rooster experience at our house. If you ever come to the farm, there's just cock-a-doodle-doing happening all of the time. So sadly, there are many roosters on our farm. And then what else? We have farm cats, and we have two freeloading dogs. We have 5 dogs total. And we have had, except a cow, I think we've had most animals. We've had sheep,
so you never had a cow?
Never had a cow. It's next on our list.
I was about to say, is that next?
Next on our list. Yeah. So we'll see what happens with the cow. But when you have a farm in the beginning, you're so thrilled to have a farm. Someone's like, hey, I have this half-blind donkey and it won't stand for the farrier. And we're like, yeah, we want it. We'll give you money for it. Like, what do you want? And
we want the donkey.
Yes, we want the donkey because we have room, and you just feel this honor to have this like great, you can bring our pastures are ready. Bring it on down, and then you get to a point where you're not a dummy anymore. And you're like, great. Okay. So if it doesn't benefit us, and it doesn't always have to be fiber or meat or whatever, it can just be joy. That's fine. Totally fine. Right. But it has to benefit you in some way because it truly is around the clock work. So it gets old doing around the clock work for an animal that you didn't specifically seek out to bring on your farm. And then we have gardens and stuff too, to piggyback on your question. But yeah.
Do you have a favorite animal?
Oh, do I have a favorite animal?
You can't pick the puppies.
Oh, I know. They're everyone's favorite animal. I would say probably the Silkie chickens. Yeah, because they're like they're weird, which I like. They're super friendly. Like you can just be walking down the path to the studio, and if one's like on the side, you just reach down and pick it up. Most chickens are like, cool. See you later. They're like, run down. And so the Silkie chickens are really squishable. So
they're like therapy chickens.
They're really cute. Yeah, they're really, and they're very patient. So we have 3 kids, right? And we're like, here, go hold a chicken. And the chicken chickens are fine. So I would say
that would be cool as a kid.
Yeah.
Like you're crying, just go hold a chicken.
100%. Except, just like with any other kid, our kids are like, I don't want to.
Yeah, my friend has chickens, and his chicken chased me. So
That was a rooster.
A lot of people have that story. They do. They have that story. But
Do your roosters chase people?
they don't. No, they don't.
Because they're friendly.
Yeah, they're loud and annoying, but they're friendly. Yes, they're friendly.
So we lived near a fire siren one time, and we found out that we sleep through the fire sirens after a while. Do you sleep through the cockadoodle-doos?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I will sleep through anything. I'll wake up and Scott will be like bloodshot eyes, and he's like, the dogs barked all night. And I'm like, they did what? Like, we have dogs, I don't know what happened. So
maybe they were thirsty.
Yeah, he is just like, he is in tune to both the plants and the animals on the farm. And I'm in tune to the kids and what's happening in the studio. And that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, that is great. So tell us your website.
So our website is Twain and Abel, and that's ABEL, like the name, .com. I am kind of active on the website. Like you'll see if I have a new product that I'm able to get on the website, that will be up there. There's a cute little video, but the more accurate, up-to-date, really fun whiplash of emotion way to follow us is Instagram. And we're the same on Instagram. So it's Twain and Abel. And I have a couple really exciting announcements coming up. And so hopefully you guys follow me over there to see what's happening.
Oh, that's exciting. You can't announce it now.
I can. Yeah. Do you want to
can?
hear it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Announce.
Okay,
Announce away.
Okay, great. So there is a thing in Texas called Round Top. And anyone out there who is like an antique person or loves vintage everything and or is an artist will probably know what Round Top is. But Round Top is a biannual festival in the town called Round Top, Texas. But when the festival's not happening, the population on like the green sign, it says like population 86. But then during these festivals, it's thousands of people. So there's barns and tents, and then there is like a flea market portion. So it's everything from like high society people that I could just like not even relate to a little bit to like normal people to people who are thrifting and flea marketing and all of that. And I know someone who said, hey, you should come to Round Top and sell your ceramics. And I'm sorry, what did you say to me?
Wow.
And as we mentioned, I'm an adventurer at heart. And so being able to blend like my new life as like a mom and a small business fanatic, but also being able to be invited to this incredible like benchmark event for me, I'm like, I will be there. So
that is so cool.
I'm going to Round Top to sell my ceramics. So I'm doing brand new collections specifically for Round Top, and I will be there. I'm driving out in March.
You're driving.
I'm driving because I have all of my things.
Oh, right.
Like all of the displays.
That's a lot. That's a lot of
Rent the
airplane
whole plane.
baggage fees.
That's a lot. I know. Or shipping. Like, I don't know.
Mr. UPS, could you fly me there?
Yes. Can I ride in your truck? That'd be great. Because I'll have all of my displays, all of these setups. It's not just the product. It's like the setups are out of a magazine. And so I'm really looking forward to, of course, the experience. Hopefully I'll sell a couple things here and there, but it's really about the experience and the connections. And then, my second one.
That's a really good one.
That's a really good one. I did not think I could top that. And then just 2 days ago on Instagram, there is a conference called Dear Moms. And it is a conference specifically for moms of children with Down syndrome. And it looks beautiful. It is in Laguna Beach, California. And they have exhibitors in Laguna Beach, California, specifically for this conference, which is 1 day long. So I got a message on Instagram from the director of their social media, and they were like, "Hi, Carlie, we had you down to be an exhibitor this year at our conference in Laguna Beach, California." So
Wow.
It's in April. Which
you didn't know about this?
Well, I expressed interest the year prior, but never heard anything good, bad, or indifferent, which is fine because, I've been there. Everyone's busy. And I really just wanted to know, it was obviously a no, but I wanted to know why. Like, how can I be a better fit? Because a lot of my pottery is geared towards moms and, of course, the disability community and just kindness in general. And so I was like a little bummed, like, you just tell me what I need to do. But nothing ever happened. And so I think maybe eventually they saw the email and were like, oh, dang, like this gal is real enthusiastic about like coming to this thing. So I didn't apply this year or anything. They reached out and said, we have you down for an exhibitor. Just let us know if you're still, if you're still interested. And I'm going. I'm going to go. Yeah. So I'm going to go to Laguna Beach, California, and I'm taking my daughter Emer. And she's going to be
fun.
my buddy. And I think it'll be a great experience for her to be around other people who have Down syndrome, not just her like stinky little brother,
Right,
you know, like to
right.
see.
Give her perspective.
Yeah, totally. I can't believe these two things are happening.
That's
amazing.
very
And
exciting.
You're flying to that
I'm
one.
flying to that
That's
one.
probably a good call.
It's like, yeah.
She's actually leaving right after this podcast.
Yeah, see you later. I'm going to hit Texas on the way. Yeah, it's going to be great.
Well, those are very exciting announcements, and I cannot wait to follow you on Instagram
Thank you.
see all the experiences. I'm sure there'll be many pictures of these great events.
Yes.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much for coming on today. You have been an absolute joy and so much fun.
Thanks for having me.
And we look forward to seeing all things.
Well, you know what?
Twain and Abel.
I'm now going to see you in the grocery store because
Yep.
we've had this
Right.
podcast, right? We're just going to run into each other all over town.
Now we
so.
will. I hope so.
I hope so too.
All right. Thanks so much.
You got it. Bye.
Whether you're looking to purchase your perfect beach getaway or retirement home, or it's time to sell your current home, the Real McCoy Group of Coldwell Banker Realty is ready to make your dreams a reality. Visit therealmccoygroup.com for more details. Find your happy place with the Real McCoy Group.